Picture this. You are at a family dinner. Your cousin proudly shares how they invested in a company that doubled its value. Everyone is impressed. You, on the other hand, are thinking, how on earth did they figure that out? Was it a luck? Insider info? Well, it's none of them. It's something much more simpler. That is qualitative analysis. Today, I am going to teach you how to look at a company beyond just its numbers. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will have a powerful new way to evaluate companies like a pro. Hi there! Welcome to Trade with AI, where we break down complex stock market strategies into simple, actionable insights. I am Shraddha Takle, your guide to smarter investing. If you are someone who is tired of staring at spreadsheets and wondering if there is more to company than its profits, you are on the right place. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of qualitative analysis. Now, before we start, why does this matter to you? Sure, numbers like revenue, profit are important, but think of them like the cover of the book. That might want you to read the first page, but they don't tell you the whole story. Qualitative analysis digs deeper and gives you more insights. It's about understanding the business, its leadership, and its place in the market. This is how you uncover the real potential of a company. So, are you ready to get started? Let's start with the business model. A great business model answers one simple question. How does the company make money? But here is the thing. It's not just about making money. It's about doing it sustainably and uniquely. Take Amazon for example. They started as an online bookstore, but quickly they evolved into a global e-commerce and cloud computing giant. Their model is based on low prices, a vast product range, and seamless customer experience. What makes it powerful? It's scalable and adaptable across the markets. When analyzing a company, ask yourself, is this the business model easy to replicate? How does it adapt to changing customer needs? So look for innovation and resilience. Next is competitive advantage or the moat. Think of this as the company's armor against competitors. For example, Coca-Cola's moat is not just its secret formula. It's the brand recognition, global distribution network, and emotional connection with consumers. On the other hand, Tesla's moat lies in its first mover advantage in EVs, cutting edge technology, and a loyal customer base. Here is the pro tip. Look for patents, brand loyalty, economies of scale, or even a unique culture. This sets the company apart. A strong moat ensures a company stays ahead even in tough markets. A company's management is like the captain of ship. They decide the direction, pace, and how well the team navigate challenges. Look at the companies like Infosys, HDFC Bank in India. Their leadership is known for transparency, long-term vision, and stakeholders' value creation. When analyzing management, check their track record. Have they delivered on promises? Are they ethical and forward-thinking? Annual reports and shareholder letters are a great place to start. And remember, great leaders often create great companies. Lastly, consider the industry and its trends. A company might be doing well now, but is the industry future-proof? Take Nokia for example, a leader in mobile phones that lost its edge when smartphones disrupted the market. In contrast, with companies like Netflix, which adapted to streaming early and disrupted traditional media. Look for industries with growth potential, such as renewable energy or artificial intelligence. A good company in a growing industry is like catching a wave and it takes you forward. Alright, we are done with the theory part. Let's bring it all together with a real example to understand better. Did you know that nearly 1 in every 2 Indian homes is painted with Asian paints? That's right. Every time you see a freshly painted house in your neighborhood, chances are it's their work. So, let's analyze Asian paints qualitatively. So, the first is business model. Think about it. Asian Paints doesn't just sell paint, they sell solutions. With a 50% market share in India, their vast distribution network ensures even the smallest town has the access to their products. Their services like personalized color consultations cater to families wanting a home that reflects their unique style. Second, moat. Remember the last time your family chose a paint brand? It was likely Asian Paints, right? Because everyone uses it. That's the brand loyalty at work. Add to their supply chain mastery, ensuring delivery 95% of Indian household within 48 hours. This is kind of reliability is hard to beat. Third, management. Their leadership team has consistently prioritized customer satisfaction and innovation. From launching low-walk paints for health-conscious families to creating high-tech solutions like their Shade Card app and checking colors on walls through photos, they have stayed ahead of trends. Next comes industry position. In India, home renovations are a cultural ritual. Whether it's Diwali or a wedding, the decorative paints industry contributes around 1% of the Indian GDP, reflecting its significant role in the economy. As the leader in this space, Asian Paints is perfectly positioned to ride the wave of increasing urbanization and rising disposable incomes. See how these points connect with everyday lives? From the colors on your walls to the ads you see during cricket matches, Asian Paints is everywhere. This framework makes it easy to evaluate the brand. See how fun and interesting that was? Now you can do this for any company. Now let's talk about a few speed bumps you might hit along the way. First, don't let a company's popularity fool you. Just because everyone is talking about it doesn't mean it's a solid investment. Think deeper, what's under the hood? Will it actually benefit with you? Second, leadership matters. If a company's management has a shady track record or makes big promises without the results, take it as a red flag and stay away. Third, industries change fast. What's booming today could be struggling tomorrow. Nokia? Anyone? Finally, don't just believe everything you read. Cross-check your sources and trust verified information. Skipping the steps can lead to some painful lessons, but avoiding them, that's how you stay ahead of the game. Alright, so why does this all matter? Let me break it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see the full picture. Numbers might show a profit, but qualitative analysis reveals why it's happening and whether it's sustainable. You find the long-term winners. This approach helps you spot companies that weather storms and thrive in long run. You minimize risk. Understanding the why and how makes it easier to spot red flags before it's too late. You gain an edge. While others are glued to spreadsheets, you are reading the company's story and staying a step ahead. Think of it as putting on a pair of glasses that lets you see beyond the surface. It's not just about numbers, it's about finding businesses you can believe in. Let's have a recap of what we learned today. We learned about 4 pillars of qualitative analysis: business model, moat, management, industry position. Now you can start applying this framework to companies you are interested in. Trust me, it will transform how you see the stock market. Wait, are you the someone who values efficiency while trading? Exploring AI tools for instant insights? Then I have one such tool that's making waves, which is alphashots.ai. It's designed to help retail traders validate their trading tips, analyze patterns, and get actionable insights in under 2 minutes, all at super affordable cost. If you are curious about smarter trading solutions, give it a look. It might just become your go-to companion on your trading journey. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who's just starting their investment journey. Don't forget to subscribe to Trade with AI for more actionable insights like this. And hey, comment below what one company you're curious to analyze. Let's discuss.